look at Bills Stadium here in Orchard Park. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Buffalo Bills.
The kickoff for Jacksonville.
It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
It's over, let's dominate!
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. It's hauled in by Lee Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Singletary, the ball carrier.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. We got it.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Allen. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
He'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Allen going to throw. They go with a screen. It's Yeldon. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
44, Mike, 44. Go! Check 43. He's crashing.
Allen now looks to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
The tackle made by Miles.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, how about your respect? Get it more than what I get, expecting nothing back. In fact, I know I sat down with my accountant.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
The ball carrier.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Darius Geis, the ball.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
And it's 3rd down.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them.
But how about this, a fake? And he's going to let it go deep. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and that will force a turnover on downs. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over
first quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
It's a gain
of 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Jaguars.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
2nd and 8. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory.
Ball carrier.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
A 3-yard
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And that is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, dude. Tighten up.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
He's across midfield.
The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
4 yards on the pick.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
After the penalty, it's Yeldon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 11 more on that one, and another first down. 1st and goal from the 6.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll try and run for it with Yeldon. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Fields this way up at the 17. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On play action, Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 39. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. It's complete to Chris Conley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Prescott on 1st down. His throw caught at about the 5. takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Touchdown.
A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Ties the game at 7. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
I don't want to see what's served, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, those in Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle, pockets LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Check 99. Check 99. Check safety. Check safety.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
To kick off
Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? With both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed
a
up.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 41-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 41. On the handoff, it's Geis. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Going deep for Walker. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spend in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. On the give, this is Singletary. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 10.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. The open man is Smith. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
10 at the 49-yard line.
Singletary, and he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
2nd and 5 at the 45-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Allen. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the letter jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
First down.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down to the 28-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good. Yeah. Backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
1 yard gain brings up.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. They'll hand it down to Geis. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Geis. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
The kick by Lambeau is good, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
At their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this wild card game, folks, it has been as good as advertised. They trail by a field goal here in the fourth, so they know they need at least 3 on this incredibly critical drive as they start out 1st and 10. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Allen. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he's got a... And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Jags grab it. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
A gain of 3 on the play. And a Jaguar first down.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
A gain of 4 yards. It's now 4th down.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And they'll get him down right about the 20. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. So on now is the kicker, Josh Lambo. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Lambo will put this one through, and the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
But that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, wasn't Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Allen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Allen. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. Allen to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And now onto the field comes the Jags offense. They'll go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
Jacksonville.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base.
2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line. Today's final score.
Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now we just have to deal with a snow-filled parking lot as we say so long from Buffalo.
I'm just looking forward to getting warm.
That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Hey, hey, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still ballin' like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood dinner. Just stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought, yeah. I buy like 23. Whoa, won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L.